Welcome to MAT099 Elementary Algebra. This is an online class. This is our first time attempting this online class, so we wanted to make sure that you understood how the course is organized. Once you have logged into Angel and clicked on the link for this course, this is where you'll come, which is our entry page or the course tab. You'll notice we have these tabs across the top, and we'll explore those in a moment. The main thing I want to explore here is our course syllabus. Simply left-click on the course syllabus. You'll see for our video, we have not finished the syllabus. We're in the process of writing it out. So when you're looking at it in your course site, it'll be actually a lot longer. To print this in Internet Explorer, just simply right-click here and choose Print. If you're using Firefox, you'll have to choose this frame and then choose the print option. And you simply click Print and select your printer and click on the Print button. Now, for our purposes, I have not printed it because there's only that small amount. But I do highly encourage you to print this syllabus and keep it with your textbook and your calendar, wherever you keep your schoolwork, to make sure you stay on task, that you don't miss deadlines, and you get all your work done in a timely fashion, if not indeed early. Whenever you navigate into a course site, you can always use these breadcrumbs, that's what this line is called, to navigate back one layer or one folder. Or in this case, you can also click on the course tab. Either clicking on course or course tab will bring you back to this area. The other components I want to point out here are your discussion forums. You'll see these links here throughout the quarter for the discussions for that week, as well as some that are going to continue throughout the quarter, like the Help I've Fallen and Can't Get Up one, where you go to ask your instructor questions about the course site or about how to complete work that's assigned, or even understanding the math problems that you're working with. The course mail area here is not email, it's Angel Mail, and the preferred method of communicating with your instructor is the Angel Course Mail, because we don't have the same limitations here that we do with college email, like size of attachments and that type thing. So remember, this is the place to come. I'll show you a video, or where to get to a video, about how to use course mail in a moment. The next tab I want to point out is the calendar tab. You'll notice here we have dates that you need to be familiar with information like your instructor's online hours. You make appointments to contact them. You've got your first assignment that's due. All of that's linked in here throughout the quarter to help you be aware of stuff. So again, you can print this as well as your syllabus to help you have this in a grid format. When we go here to lessons, this is where most of the teaching, the instruction, the learning will take place in this course, with some additions to things like Mymathlab, which I'll explain in a moment. The first time you log into your lessons area, you're going to want to start here on the Start Here folder. You simply left-click here, and you'll see a link to various things. You have a copy of the welcome letter that you've received in your email, as well as in Angel. You have this link here for the MAThlab Registration tutorial, which I'm going to come back to in a moment. You have a copy to this video that you're watching right now. Inside here is the folder for media players and viewers. You want to install all this software because it'll make sure that everything works correctly for your computer. Again, remember I mentioned the breadcrumbs earlier. I could click here on lessons, go back to where I then would have to click on Start Here folder. But I only want to navigate up one level, so I click here on the Start Here folder, and it navigates back through my breadcrumb. You see your student introduction discussion. If you've never used discussion boards before, there's a link here in the Angel video tutorials that'll show you how to do that. So let's open this folder. Here you'll see a video on how to use discussion boards, how to use digital Dropbox, which is required for this course, so you want to learn about that. This will explain a little bit about a generic thing about the lessons area where we are now. You may or may not need to watch that, but it doesn't hurt and doesn't take that long to watch it. How to use the Angel Course Mail video tutorial. Remember, when we first started this, I mentioned that you need to watch this video to learn how to use the mail system correctly. This shows you how to view your grades in Angel. The one thing I do want to caution you is the way the Angel system reports your grade to you is it takes everything that's in the grade book for the whole quarter and assumes you have a 0 for anything that you have not completed yet or that your instructor has not had time to grade. So the percentage for the whole quarter will be low until the last day of class, until after you've taken your final exam and it's been posted in Angel. So don't panic when you see a low percentage. Your instructor will give you more specific information about that as the quarter progresses, but just be aware of that. Percentage doesn't mean a whole lot until the quarter is completely over with. And this tab will show you how to use the calendar tab. I just showed you briefly how to find stuff on it, but not how to use it. So you might want to look at that as well. Again, using my breadcrumbs, I'm going to go back here to the Start Here folder. You'll have some helpful information that helps you learn how to be a successful online student. Here is your work ethics folder, which you'll have your assignments for this quarter. For work ethics for this course is located here. You also should view the discussion board grading rubric because that is how you will get full credit for your discussions each week. So make sure you pay attention to that. So let me go up here and show you a little bit about the Mymathlab registration. This is a software piece that helps you learn math and is used for homework, quizzes, and tests. Simply left click here on this link and it'll open up in a new window for you. And it'll take it a minute or two to load. Depending on your computer settings, if it's got a security setting like mine does, you'll have this little bar up here and you just left click on it in order to download the file. If you want it to start quicker, you can always click here. Now, if this is the first time you've used Illuminate, it'll take it a moment or two to download some needed software. I've used it before, so I'm just going to click on Open, and the recording will launch. When the recording launches, you see it begins playing. I can always stop it and start it again from the very beginning, or I can pause it if I wanted to take a phone call or whatever, and then continue to play. Now, we've got the sound muted for this presentation, but your instructor is telling you how to log into Mymathlab. So I encourage you to spend a few minutes to watch this video and learn how to use Mymathlab. And you simply click on the X when you're done. And then click on this one and it brings you back to Angel. We can click here on the Lessons tab and you'll see that you have some other things you need to be aware of. I encourage you to view the How to Install Firefox Web Browser tutorial because we have learned that certain things work better in Firefox, like the message board and the messaging system, and other things like videos work better in Internet Explorer. So to be a successful online student, you really need to be comfortable using both Internet Explorer and Firefox, depending on what you're trying to accomplish on a given session in Angel. Here again is the link to the Help I've Fallen and Can't Get Up when you have questions specific to this course or specific to learning the material, and your instructor will respond to that. This is a social forum that is for you to respond to one another and share ideas. This is a non-monitored setting. Notice here you have the week 1 folder through week 10. So we'll start by looking at the week 1 folder. We simply click on the week 1 folder and it opens up. Notice here you have your assignments for the week that you're supposed to complete. And notice it tells you right here that this homework 1 is found in Mymathlab. That's what MML stands for. Here again is your notes folder. We click on here and you'll see information. You have a copy of the PowerPoint slides that you can use to help you study and review the material from the textbook. You have some Word documents like the Intro to Algebra notes. We'll just show you one. And you just sit here and wait, and eventually it does load for you. And when it comes up, you can print this document if you want to, or you can save it to your computer, whatever works for you. But again, this is to help you learn the concepts from the week. Remember our breadcrumbs up here. We simply click on the Notes Week 1 folder, and we can go look at any of the others. So like if real numbers I was interested in, again, I could just click on it, and it'll open in a new window in a moment. If not, you may have to click on the Word icon that's loaded on the screen below you, and then it comes up. But once it's here, you're ready to, again, print or whatever else you want to with this to keep up with this information. So let's go back week 1. You'll also notice a link at the bottom that says Assignments Complete in Mymathlab, and it again reminds you what you're supposed to do in Mymathlab. So let's go back to lessons here, and let's look at week 2. Beginning in week 2, you have discussions for each week. And we're going to look at that in a moment. Again, here's your assignments. You've got your test 1, which is Mymathlab. And you've got your notes here. And so we have our PowerPoint and your notes for class. And we can click here on the discussion 2. And here's your question for this discussion. Again, watch the video in the Start Here folder to learn how to use the discussion board if you don't already know how to. From our lessons area, again, you have all of these folders for the weeks. So just be aware of that. Keep up with what week you're on. Again, your calendar will help you with that and your syllabus as well. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact your instructor, either through the Angel message system or through email or through their office phone number.